The thing that I got a review code for during the summer, because I think like it was part of Summerfest or whatever the hell that Steam calls it, is Arcade Paradise.
Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah. Okay. We finally get to hear your.
I finally got around to playing Arcade Paradise. So Arcade Paradise is a first-person arcade simulator, kind of, kind of. It's there is a story mode, and you don't really get the full arcade simulator thing until you're done with the story mode, which is a wild way of doing it. And it's basically like your
What are you playing it on, by the way?
PC, Steam.
PC. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you're the kid of a guy. His name's Gerald, and he's a rich guy, and he's on. He's retired, and so he's just on a boat in the Riviera. So he's Gerald on the Riviera, and his voice actor is the voice actor that does Geralt from The Witcher. So it's a good joke that I didn't pick up on until I saw who was the voice actor after the credits, and I was like, that's a good joke.
That's a good joke.
Yeah. So anyways, he puts you in charge of his laundromat. And it's in a bad part of town. Everything's closed around it and everything. Just this laundromat's going. And there's like a couple of beat up arcade games in the back. This game, for a significant amount of hours, is just a laundromat simulator. And it's a weird laundromat because you're the one doing all the laundry for people. So like you go up and there's like hampers that are left, and you pick up the hampers and put them into the washing machines.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're literally just going through the daily life of somebody who is doing the work of somebody, like for when people drop off clothes, for the laundromat person to handle it for you.
Yeah. So
and you have to like snag moments in between to play the arcade games.
Yeah.
You have to clean gum off the walls. You have to pick up your garbage. You have to make sure that there's toilet paper in the bathroom.
Yeah, they're like, you'll get like, and your watch will give you alerts when something like the toilet needs to be plunged, or the game's broken down or whatever. You get all kinds of weird shit like that. It is incredibly tedious. Like mind-numbingly so. But I kept playing because I was kind of super invested in the story, because it gets really weird.
Like, I mean, it comes off really nicely, actually. It just takes a lot of fucking laundry to get there.
Yeah, have you beaten it, Taylor? Have you played it?
I haven't beaten it. No, I want to, but it
takes a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of laundry.
It's very. All of it is very endearing, though. Like it's. I don't know. There's this genuineness to it that just is really pulls you along.
Yeah, I like. Eventually, the story, like when you see where the story starts going towards, the story takes kind of a turn at one point. A sad turn, really. And like the game almost ends with you like losing your everything, like in a weird way. It's fascinating, and like once you beat the game, it's just now it's an arcade simulator. You're just managing this arcade thing, and you get like, you load it with all of the stuff, you wander around, you hire somebody off of eBay to clear out the coin doors on all of the machines, so you never have to worry about that again, because until you hire that person,
you have to do it.
You have to do it manually. But then like once you hire this guy off of eBay, which is just the funniest. It takes place in like the early to mid 90s, which is a bad time to open an arcade, let's be honest. Yeah, I don't know if I like it, but at the same time, I really do, because it's so unique of a take on this genre, and all of the games are playable, no matter what it is. They're all kind of like ripoffs of existing arcade stuff. None of them are particularly deep, and none of them, there's not one that excels. There's not one that you're like, I want to go in and play like another, like, 45 minutes of, Woodcutter Jr. or whatever. Like, none of the games really have drawn me in, but it's such a unique take on this sort of simulator stuff and like management stuff, and it being story driven, I think, is kind of enough to pull you through it. You may not want to do the arcade management stuff after you beat the game, which is kind of a bummer, because like that's kind of because the management part of it's like super thin at the end of the day. You're really managing very little, especially if you start unlocking certain unlockables and powers and stuff. But overall, yeah, it's a unique arcade experience. Wired Productions, I recall, gave us stickers at PAX East that say, I think it was like "fuck NFTs" with a middle finger on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I really like that sticker.
I went on my vacation last week, and it was that sticker is still waiting for me in my suitcase.
It's a good sticker.
It.
Yeah. No, I do I think this is like one of those things where you will end up with this game at some point, and when you do, play it, because it's genuinely like a clever arcade game, and because there's in a world where they're doing
great pull quote for Wired Productions.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with it sometime. Just play it.